Brothers and sisters, I have to tell you something. I love yous for Allah's sake. Now please pardon me, it still counts even though I didn't say I love y'all for Allah's sake. I really do love yous for Allah's sake, and because of that, I have an obligation to give advice. And understand again that it's coming from my heart. And it's advice on something that is taking place within the community, and it's about to happen very soon, and it deals with the elections. I want to remind you who are voting to pay attention, because it's an amana. In the same way for those of the brothers that are candidates and will become board members, that it is also for them an amana. Now I've heard some things that there's already lists that have gone out and who knows what of this and that and so on and so forth, and lobbying of all sorts. It's an amana, brothers and sisters, that if you're going to vote, that you're not going to vote for someone because of them being a friend, or because of them being from a particular similar background, or because of some affiliation of some sort, or because of perhaps maybe some kickback or some benefit or who knows what of things of that sort, or peer pressure, even if it may be a superior. It shouldn't be for any of these things. We should understand that if you're going to truly vote, that you need to be voting because the person that you believe is best for the position, that they have some qualifications, that they meet some conditions for what's going to be expected of them. So I hope we could all listen up and understand. Because among the things that are going to be needed is time. So you got to understand that whoever it is that you're voting for, or the candidate themselves, man, if you're busy, and you have your full-time job, and you're traveling, and you have who knows what of this and that, etc. Allah, humble yourself for Allah. Because you're going to put a burden upon the person, or they're going to accept the burden upon themselves, and then the needs of the organization and those of the community members are going to be the ones that are going to ultimately suffer. Because it's not last minute just who knows what and making rash decisions. You need time. There's also got to be an understanding of excellence. We don't live within our countries where everything is just meshi halik. The minimum standard is what we go by, or we feel that anything is better than nothing. We know that that's not how most of us within our own professions and fields, the way that we function. We know that alhamdulillah, there's standards, there's all sorts of best practices, and you name it. When it comes to the masjid, wallahi, brothers and sisters, we need to not treat it like it's some adopted stepchild. We need to think of it as being, this is ibadah. And I want to make sure that I'm going to give it in the same way that I do my job, which is where my bread and butter comes from, that I'm going to give it the same level of excellence and of professionalism and dedication and commitment. And this is where you need to have talent. You have to have something that you can offer. And I understand that maybe some of us, whatever the situation is, but we need to learn. There's plenty of things that are available out there for you to take of courses so that you can better yourself in board management and board administration and so on and so forth. Stuff right over at Richland College is not that expensive. Wallahi, I think that it's part of the amana that if you don't have something of that formal type of a training, that you go ahead and you do it. Why? Because you want to make sure that you're doing your best. That the sincerity, which I'm not doubting in any one of your hearts, in any of our hearts, because I can't. I have no idea what's in the hearts, only Allah does. But so that our actions can be what? Indicative of what's within our hearts. And that you need to be a team player. Because even if you have the best jock on a team, one person can't win it. One person can't do it. You need to know how to work with and how to communicate with and how to delegate and how to plan and you need to know how to function as a healthy unit. And I pray that inshallah azza wa jal, for those of you who are going to be voting and the question and answer sessions that are coming up, that you take it seriously. Because it is an act of ibadah for us. It's not a game. It's not some virtual reality, NFL or fantasy football or things of that sort. It's the real deal. And I want to remind us and conclude with what the Prophet ﷺ said to Abu Dharr radiallahu anhu when it came to this issue of amana. He said, Ya Aba Dharrin innaha amana wa innaha yawm al-qiyamati khizyun wa nadamah illa man akhadaha bihaqqiha wa adda alladhi alayh. He says, O Abu Dharr, it is an amana. It is a responsibility, the trust, that which you have been placed with of a burden. On the day of judgment, it is going to be a form of humiliation and regrets. Except for the one who truly took it on correctly and fulfilled what was upon them of obligations, of responsibilities. And I pray that Allah Azza wa Jal guide us all and bless us all. Allahumma ameen.